Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Clean Machine Live. My name is Geoff Palmer. I'm the CEO and founder of Clean Machine. This video is for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. So protein. Everybody's concerned about protein. When I first became vegan, a lot of people were like, "Oh, where do you get your protein?" Okay, so we get that, right? And then there was such this emphasis on vegans don't get enough protein. We have incomplete proteins, which is totally false. There are no incomplete proteins in the plant kingdom. Plants make all the essential amino acids. Actually, animals do not. So all the essential amino acids originate in plants or bacteria anyway. So yeah, it's not the case. But then we get so beat up by this. Where do you get your protein, or how do you get your protein? And it's just not not an issue. That the pushback from the vegan community was, well, you don't need all that much protein, or protein is bad for you. But that's not true either. So I think the vegan community and those on plant-based diet need to drop this thing that higher plant protein is worse for you. It's not, and with an asterisk. Now, animal protein definitely can be worse for you. That's been borne out in study after study after study. High intakes of animal protein, yes, linear correlation with higher rates of cancer, heart attacks, hypertension, Alzheimer's disease across the board. That's been clear. There's just literally tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of studies that show that. So that's not really a question anymore. It's clear that higher animal protein does, but what about just overall protein intake? Well, that's why I love these studies when they come out looking at, one, a large group of people. This one had actually 48,000 people in the study, and that it was longitudinal, which means it was a long-term study, looked over a long period of time. This one started in 1984 and started with 60-year-olds to see how well they aged, how healthy they aged, and looked at their protein intake. So this was really interesting because they did actually track where that protein was coming from, whether it be plant or animal. So this is a really important distinction that I think is becoming more and more clear as more of these studies start to come out. Now, this is observational study. Let's make that clear. So it's not an interventional study. It's kind of hard to take 48,000 people and put them on a very specific diet and monitor their diet for, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. It's just not possible. It would be way too expensive. So we look at this data as, wait a minute, is the data significant? Are the results large? And is there a difference between the different groups? If so, let's take a look at interventional. One, I like it's a large population. Two, a very long time period. So longitudinal study, large population. Yes, it's observational. So it's basis for more research to be had on this. But this one was pretty powerful in its results. Okay, so let's take a look at the study to start with. So this is a study. Yes, it came out this month. And important to me because healthy aging is really important. Look, I'm 61 years of age, best shape of my life at 61. And I want to age healthy. I want to make sure my 60 to 100 years or plus is very healthy, not just living sick or living with disease or living under medications, but living functionally healthy. Okay, so the title of this study came out this month, 2024 study, dietary protein intake in midlife. So they're starting at midlife. They're actually 60 years of age. In relation to healthy aging, results from the prospective nurses health study cohort, or also called NANES. Okay, so let's look at this. And of course, let me go ahead and put this back up on the screen for a second. There's the link down below in the green area. So you can stop the video and type in the link, or you can just copy the name of it and Google the title of the study if you want to read the study for yourself. All right. So let's look at what the study was based on. It included over 48,000, almost 49,000 participants aged up to 60 years of age in 1984. Healthy aging was defined, now this is their definition of healthy aging, being free from the 11 major chronic diseases, having good mental health, and not having impairments in cognitive or physical function. So that's what they're defining as who of these group actually aged healthy. No mental impairment, no physical impairment, no chronic diseases, and having good overall mental health. Okay, so that's what the inclusions were. Now let's get to the amount of people that actually aged healthy. So a total of 3,721 NH participants met our healthy aging definition. Now, this in itself is kind of sad. Here in America, since 1985, only 7.6% of the population actually aged healthy. That's terrible. That's 92.4% of the population had a chronic disease, either had mental or physical impairments, and were not mentally healthy. Oh my God, that's awful. 92.4% of the population. That is terrible statement on where we are at. Now we look at our healthcare system. It's not a healthcare system if 92% of our population can't even meet the basic standards for healthy aging. We are aging sick. The vast majority of this population is aging sick. That's not supposed to happen. We have the technology, we have food availability, we have knowledge on nutrition, we have doctors and medical systems all in place. We have an educational system, public educational system. Why are we not teaching people how to care for themselves so that 92% of the population doesn't end up sick or impaired by the time they're aging? This is a horrible example of what the human experience has come to here in the United States. Okay, off my soapbox for a second, but let's look at the base statement here. Now, the base statement was protein intake was significantly associated with higher odds of healthy aging. So the more protein you ate, the better chance you had of aging healthy. Now, if that sentence was taken out of context until you read the details of the study, most people eat animal proteins, right? So the assumption would be, great, the more animal proteins I eat, the better I will age healthy. And you would be exactly wrong. Most definitely wrong. This statement could easily be a headline for new study comes out, higher protein intake increases longevity. With 98% of our population eating predominantly animal proteins, the assumption would be from a title of that study published in mainstream press, higher protein intake significantly associated with higher odds of healthy aging. And that would be 100% wrong. Because the details show this. Plant protein was also associated with higher odds of absence of physical function limitations and good mental status. So the higher the plant protein, the better your mental status, the better your physical activity level was. And by how much? It was actually on a gradient, means the more plant proteins you ate, the better. Here's what we see in the study. All these are direct quotes. As you can see, I put quotations around them so that you can see if these are direct quotes. Now, sometimes I'll change the numbers that are there to their percentage equivalents, but it's always exactly the same. And again, you can read the study for yourself and see the numbers. Otherwise, I don't change anything. I eliminate some of the all the geek speak that's in there just to shorten it and to keep it brief. But again, you can go on and read the study for yourself online. Okay, replacement of animal or dairy protein, carbohydrate or fat with plant protein increased your odds for healthy aging from 22 to 58% for 3% replacement with plant protein. Just 3% increased your odds of aging healthy by up to 58%. That's the power of plants. So this is not an all or nothing equation. For those of you who say, well, I could never give up animal proteins. I like my burger or whatever. To improve your health, 3% of your energy intake. And you can greatly increase your odds for healthy aging. But more is better. So the more plants that you can consume in a day, say eat a veggie burger instead of a regular burger for lunch. Big deal. It's one meal, but that's even more than 3%. And you're greatly increasing your odds to age healthy. That's what the study is suggesting. But let's look at the actual results for women in this case. When they looked at women who ate, and this is a quote from, oh, I forgot to put the quotation marks in there, but women who ate more plant-based protein were 46% more likely to be healthy in their later years. And now these are huge numbers. These are big numbers. Usually when you get 5, 7, 10%, 12%, wow, those are significant numbers. Those are great. 46% more likely to be healthy as you age, just by consuming more plant-based protein. Now, that's a 46% increase with plants. So what happens when you ate higher amounts of animal protein? Directly from the study, those who consumed highest amounts of beef, chicken, fish, milk, and cheese, however, were 6% less likely to be healthy as you age. That is a 52% difference between high plant proteins and high animal proteins. 52% difference in your ability to be healthy as you age. This is a big deal. Look, we work all of our lives to make money. We get ready to retire. Do you want to retire sick, with cognitive decline, with inability to function, run, walk, whatever? Do you want that? Do you want to be on a bunch of medications? Do you want to be dealing with chronic diseases? Do you want all your savings, your life savings that you worked hard to build to retire on? Do you want that being gobbled up by insurance companies, by hospitals, by doctors, by pharmaceutical companies, taking your money from you that you worked your whole life for? Or do you want to be fully healthy, fully strong, fully capable, fully mindset so that you can enjoy the back half of your life with retirement? That's the big question. Look, I don't do this research. This is not my research. This is not my studies. This is a brand new study that just came out. It's a powerful study. It's powerful if you take this information and apply it to your life. Your life outcome can be dramatically different by heeding the information in this research. Huge study, remember, 44,000 people looking at it since 1985, very long time. So this is the impact of your dietary choices, plant protein versus animal protein, and the outcomes directly impacting. 46% more higher chance, the more plant proteins you eat, 6% less chance of being healthy as you age when you do. A 52% difference. Those are odds. Look, we're all going to die, right? So it's like playing Russian roulette. Sooner or later, you're going to click the bullet and you're going to get it. But how many bullets do you want in that chamber? The more bullets you have in that chamber, the more likely you are going to take a bullet sooner. That's the way I look at this. Nothing will prevent you from getting hit by a car if you're crossing the street. That's just freak accidents. Barring those things, you can control what goes in your mouth. You can control that bullet from either going in the chamber or not going in the chamber, and giving you a better odds when you spin that wheel, whether you're going to live or whether you're going to end up with a disease state that can be debilitating, can take away your brain function, your physical function, have a disease state, or end up taking your life. So they wrapped up with this closing statement. Those who consumed greater amounts of animal protein tended to have more chronic diseases and didn't manage to obtain improved physical function that we normally associate with eating protein. There it is. We normally associate better amounts of protein, higher amounts of protein with higher longevity. But when it's animal-based protein, it removes that because of the chronic disease states that are created from eating animal proteins. If you want to check out why those animal proteins are causing that, check out my video on heme iron or methionine or cholesterol, oxidized cholesterol. I've got a series of videos on this. You can check them out on our YouTube channel. There's Clean Machine Online. So go to YouTube, go to Clean Machine Online and check out our videos. I've got videos on vitamin A, vitamin B12, the difference between the uptake of different fatty acids, omega-3, blow the lid off of the basic omega-3 index. You do not need EPA and DHA from fish. Vitamin A from animals, toxic to the livers. Vitamin A beta carotene from plants is the vitamin A that you need. That is skin protective, protects you against radiation from skin cancer. I mean, just on and on and on. Vitamin K, any of these basic types of questions. And look, if you have questions, put them in the comments down below. If you heard something about lectins or oxalates, I've got videos on that too. If you want to know about phytates and what they do for cancer, I've got videos on that. Check out these videos, give them a thumbs up, share them if you really like them or impressed by them, because I want more people to get this information. I want you to live the best life you can possibly live. That's why I share this information, because someone helped me go from suicidal depression to loving life. And now that I'm 61, almost 40 years vegan coming up in March. And it's exciting for me to be in such great health at such a late age. And I'm looking forward to aging gracefully and compassionately and doing the right thing for my health, for my wife, who I want to be here to support the whole way to the end, for the people that you care about, your friends, your family, to inspire other people. This is a wonderful thing about life. We have the chance to inspire other people to make best choices for their health, for them. That's why I do what I do. It's why I love what I do. And it's why I'm so passionate about it too, because I've had so many people come to me and say, Geoff, I saw your videos and I changed right away. And boom, my cholesterol went down, or boom, my hypertension is lowering and stuff like this. Now, be clear, I'm talking about diet and I'm talking about the research. And these things can help once you understand them. They can help you improve your life. Greater chances for a healthy aging. That's what I want for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel so you can catch all these videos. And share it if you can, because it really helps our algorithms. That means more people will get this information. More people will get exposed to this information when you share it. It really helps. So thank you for helping me, help you, and help many other people. Help them make a best choice for their lives so you can live long and prosper. Thanks for watching.